How is the military going to improve therapy? Because in the military, how you do one thing is how you do everything. In therapy, they teach therapists to practice the skills with clients, which means they don't practice the skills all the time. Let's go. So, some of the great therapists in recent history have taught others, current therapists, to practice the skills with clients. Jung, Maslow, Alan Watts, among others. They preach the idea to practice the skills with clients. The problem with that is 90% of the time when you're not with clients day to day, with coworkers, at the store, with your family, you don't practice the skills and you lose the skills. In the military, they teach us whether it's brushing your teeth, keeping your room clean. If you can keep your room clean, you can keep your gun clean. So, how you do one thing is how you do everything. You keep yourself tip-top shape. You keep your room tip-top shape. You keep your gun tip-top shape. How you do one thing is how you do everything. In therapy, point of this is, in therapy, they fail to practice the skills with everyone, everywhere, all the time, like a second language. Chris Voss talks about learning the language of empathy. To talk to everyone, everywhere, all the time with empathy. So that when you need the skills, it's second nature, it's top of the tongue, top of mind. You don't even have to think about it, it just happens. So when it comes to what was my train of thought? I forget. So where was I going with this? I wanted to talk about reading between the lines. Therapists are taught to read between the lines, to listen to what's not said. However, they don't practice it with the coffee barista. They don't practice it with the coffee barista. They don't practice with their loved ones. They don't practice it with their life partners. They don't practice it with their co-workers. And so when they need to use the skills, it's not second nature. They have to force it. They have to remember to do it. They have to think about it. And they fail to do it. They know the theory. They can repeat the theory verbatim, though they don't practice reading between the lines, listening to what is not said in everyday conversations, day in, day out, sunrise to sunset. So when they need to, they fail to. And they'll defend themselves saying they know how to read between the lines. Sure, they know, but they don't practice it. So they don't know how to do it. That's the difference. Few do, some do. And I'm going to say people in certain key roles who meet a variety of clients who never know what to expect. They have to guess what the client is trying to say, what the client is trying to do or think, especially when they don't speak English. So the practitioner the professional, has to assume what the client is trying to say when they don't even speak English. They're reading between the lines. They're listening to what is not said. The majority can't, don't practice it, not even with their clients. The majority of their clients speak English. The majority of clients not only speak English, but are largely functioning in society. Have few worries, have given thought to the few concerns they have, and therapists don't know what to do when somebody has countless issues. So I'll leave you on that thought for tonight. Good night.